Students, here I'm discussing the topic exception handling in Java. This particular content is the part of the syllabus of BMC 202 in unit third. What is exception handling? You can understand that. What do you mean by exception? How, when it is a and this particular concept uh, this particular concept is already available in C++ and Java also. How you can face when different type of error you can get in the, when you are making when you are compile the program or running the program. That is logical error, compile time error, run time error, fatal error, the different type of error. So how you can handle this type of errors in object oriented programming? Um, that is in this scenario you can we can discuss the topic exception handling. So, what are the objectives? In objectives, you can we will study the introduction, what exceptions are used, catch and throwing exception. A lot of some keywords are to be available in Java. That is try, catch, uh, try, catch, throw, throws. Finally, a lot of some keywords are to be available in Java, by which we can handle the exception. So, what exceptions are? Catching and throwing exceptions, exception specification, standard Java exceptions, exceptions and polymorphism, the finally clause, resource management, uncaught exceptions. So, we can discuss this particular all the type of some points in one by one. Introduction. Due to design errors or coding errors, our program may fail in unexpected ways during the execution. And execution is a condition that is caused by runtime error in the program. When you are making a program, that the error may be logical error or runtime error. If you are after when you have made a program, and after the making the program, when you compile this particular program, then you can face that multiple number of errors you have seen. Then you can remove the errors. You can one by one, that is syntax errors or some type of errors. You can see that, and sometimes of errors, maybe it is not expected, but you can see that this type of errors. By this type of errors you can you could not get the desired result which you want to get. Due to the design errors or coding errors, our program may fail in unexpected ways during execution. An exception is a condition that is caused by runtime error in the program. The purpose of this exception handling mechanism is to provide a means to detect and report an exceptional circumstances. That is here it is very important definition, that is a mechanism to provide a means to detect and report an exception circumstances. What type of error you can face, what type of error you will get. Means before running the program, you can previously you can detect the particular number of errors here, or you can get the or you can by this method you can get the exceptions which you can get when you run your program. So before running your program, you can get the exceptions, and how you can fix this exception, or how you can handle this exceptions in the programming. Errors. What is the means of errors? Error may produce an incorrect output, or may terminate the execution of the program abruptly, or even may cause the system to crash. So it is our responsibility to detect and manage the error properly. But always, if you have the error in a program, then you could not find the desired result which you want to get it. How you can fix the error, how you can terminate, how you can remove the errors, via via this type of, via different type of error, the program maybe will not the program may terminate the execution, uh, or some type of issues may be arisen. So how you can handle? So error, what are the types of runtime errors? Logic errors, syntax errors. Runtime errors occur while the program is running if the environment detects an operation that is impossible to carry out. For example, if you uh, that is firstly we will discuss the syntax errors. All the type of languages having the some syntax, and when we writing the code for any particular language like PHP, C, C++, Java, Python, you must to follow the syntax procedure of the particular languages. So you have if you have write that is if you forget to put the colon or semicolon or comma or double inverted comma or single inverted comma, or if you are using the if you are making the variable if you are making the variable name as a keyword, if you are taking the variable name as a keyword, so using the keyword, for example, int for semicolon, but here you can set it for is also is a keyword. You can not mention the for, you not to take for as a variable, it is a keyword. So that is some rules and regulations by which we can to follow the rules and regulations of each and every languages. You can write it, the syntax free source code. It is your source code must be syntax error free. Second, logic errors occur when program does not perform the way it was intended. Means uh, if you if your program is okay, you can you have write the particular program in a to get the some to get the some result, but you already follow the all the rules and regulations, that is syntax, but when you putting the inputs, but the getting results or the result is not displayed or not to be is not to be matched. The result is not to be matched. The result which we want to get. So this type of error, that is logical errors, occur when program does not perform the way it was intended. Third is runtime errors occur when the program is running if the environment detects an operation that is impossible to carry out. Means your logical errors, your syntax error is free, uh, your logical errors are okay, but having some inputs, but for the certain numbers, certain inputs, certain inputs variables, or your program having the issue or the errors when you running the program occur while the program is running if the environment detects an operation that is impossible to carry out. So how you can handle the runtime errors, logic errors, or syntax errors? These type of, that is these type of errors, that is runtime errors, logic errors, and syntax error, are to become in the field of the error. Example of runtime errors. Here you can say that in this example we are creating a class named error, and in this class there are the three variables a, b, c, where a is 10, b 5, and c 5, and you want to print the value of the x. Or what is the x? X means a by divided by b plus c. B plus c is here 5 by 5, and a is 10. Say so, so that's will 10 by 10, that is 1. So you can get the result 1. But if you want to subtract the value of the between the b value of b and c, means b minus c is equal to 0 here, and a is a value is 10. So 10 by 0 in mathematics, 10 by 0. If you want to divide, any numbers via the through the 0, then you can get in mathematics you can get the infinite. So any number that is that number is stored in a variable x. If x divided by 0, then you cannot find the result. So this is the error division by 0. It is a very how you can handle this type of error. This is the exception handling. So this you can handle this type of error via the exception handling concept. Errors and error handling. Some type of error, cause of error, memory errors, that is memory incorrectly allocated memory leaks, null pointer. Some means here we are discussing about the some other types of the errors: memory errors, file system errors, networks errors, calculation errors. That is divided by 0. Here you consider calculation divided by 0. Networks errors, that is network is down, URL does not exist. File system errors, the file, the disk is full, disk has been removed. The file you want to, for example, you want to file errors if you want to open the file, but file does not exist in the systems. And means the file type of errors, network types of the error, memory type of errors, calculation errors, logical errors, some other type of the errors. If you want to if you want to store the particular object in the memory, but the memory is full, no space in the main memory to allocate the particular object in a particular object, then how can handle in this scenario, or in this type of the scenario of the that is in this scenario of the errors, we can handle these type of errors via the exception handling. More typical errors, cause of errors, array errors, that is accessing element -1. You can already know it in the case of the array, the indexing starts from the 0. That is the x. If you creating an array x and having the index, having the size 10, so the indexing start, that is 0, 0 to 0 to 9, that is 0, x0, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6, x7, x8, x9. So if you want to access the element, and if you want to the access element which is stored in x -1, but x -1 is not possible, -1 is a script value is not possible. So this type, that is array errors. Conversion errors, convert q to a numbers, for example, converting character to a numbers. Can you that is these type of errors, and some these type of errors, this is also known. So how you can handle these type of errors in Java? So you can handle these type of errors by the exception handling. How do you handle exceptions? To handle the exceptions, you write a try catch block to pass. That is already we have discussed that we are using the some special type of the keywords, try, catch, throw, throws. Finally, there are the some type of keywords which we are using in Java to handle the exception handling. So how do you handle exceptions? To handle the exception, you write a try catch block to pass the exception. Up the chain, you declare a throws clause in your method or class declarations. If the method contains code that may cause checked exceptions, you must handle the exception or pass the exception to the parent class. Means remember, every class has object as a ultimate parents. So these type of the exceptions, if you want to means the particular code, and this particular code will is to be arise an exception, then this particular code is to be must be mentioned in a try block. The coding exceptions, try catches mechanism. Whenever you code may trigger an exception, the normal code logic is placed inside a block of code starting with the try keyword. After the try block, the code to handle the exception should it arise is placed in a block of code starting with the catch word. So these are the here the keywords: try, catch, throw, throws. that is here you can say that throwable. In throwable, there are the two classes, exception and errors. In exception, there are only the two, runtime exception and IO exceptions. So you can say that this is the hierarchical structures of the Java exceptions, means throwable having the two categories, exception and errors, and exception having the two categories, runtime exception and IO exceptions. So IO exceptions, here IO exception is a class. So you can say that this is the hierarchical class structures of the Java exception. Catching exceptions, wrap code to checked in a try block. Checking occurs all the way down the exception stack. Try block can be nested. Control is resume at most includes matching handlers. Example, in this example you can, that is, it is the syntax of the try catch. Here try normal program code, you can put the set of instructions within the open and closing curly brace of a try of a try block. And when this particular the try block to detect the what particular exception is to be raised, that is, it may be file, it may be network, it may be calculation arithmetic exceptions, it may be IO exception, it may be runtime exceptions. What type of exception is to be arises, and this the exception is to be catched by the catch block, that is exception E. Here exception is a class and E is the object of the exception. So the try will detect the particular exceptions. The try block will detect the particular exception, and this particular exception is to be caught by the catch block, and this catch block will handle this type of exception. Types of exception: public void, my method throws and throws, try, catch. Here we can discuss the throw and throws. Code example: demonstrations of an unchecked. There are two types of the exceptions. One is checked exception, another is unchecked exceptions. And then demonstration of an unchecked exception is null pointer exception. Demonstration of checked exception is passing a divide by zero exception and handling a divide by zero exceptions. That is this is known as that is two categories is to be available: checked and unchecked. In checked exceptions, null pointer exception is the example, and checked exception passing in a divide by zero exception, and also handling a divide by zero exception. Here you can see the code. Same this is the same code as we have already discussed in previous program. The exception that is x is equal to, here you consider x is equal to a divided by b minus c, means 10 by 0, means 10 by 5 minus 5 means 10 by 0. So the try block will the code is to be written within the try block, and the exception which is generated, it is the exception which is generated, this particular exception is belong to the class of arithmetic exception. So the arithmetic so this particular object, the exception which is in the form of the object is to be handled by the catch block. In the so that is, in the previous program we can not see the value of x just because of error in the value of y, that is division by 0. But when we use the try and catch block in exception handling, then we can see the value of y which is correct, and our program will display an error message shown in the try block. Here that is the table in which throw and throws. It is the most important content in exception handling. In the university examination, university will always ask what is the difference between the throw and throws. So here are some factors where they are differ, where the field where they are differ: purpose, implementation, exception type, and syntax and uses. Purpose: the throw keyword is used to explicitly throw an exception from within a block of code or a method, block of code or method which is written in a try block. Throws in Java, the throws keyword is used in the method signature to declare the exceptions that the method can potentially throw. Implementation, the throw keyword can only throw a single exception at a time. As such, it is not possible to throw multiple exceptions simultaneously with throw. The throws keyword allows for the declaration of multiple exceptions that a function could throw. Exception type, the throw keyword can only propagate unchecked exceptions, meaning that the checked exception cannot be propagated with throw. The throws keywords can be used to declare both checked and unchecked. It is main important point, that is these throw keywords can be used to declare both checked and unchecked exceptions. For checked exception, the throws keywords must be followed by the specific name of the exception class. Syntax, here you can see the throw keyword is followed by the instance variables. The throws keyword is followed by the name of the exception classes. So it is very important point here. That is these are the some important differences between the throw and throws. When you write a program, when you're writing a program in Java, and you then you can declare multiple number of multiple number of exception may be arise in your program. So how can you handle this type of exception? So using this type of keywords, try, catch, throws, finally you can better understand when you writing a program in which these keywords are to be used to handle the exception handling. This topic is to be closed. So the next I will in next topic I will explain what is the thread and thread life cycle. Thank you.